executive production on bass with CY. Today we have a special guest, Duo Do, joining us from Buenos Aires, Argentina. To kick it off, well, down below we got CY. Over here we've got Duo Do, and I'm Sweets. Today we have Duo Do on to talk about how they use InProcess. They're one of the artists that have been most prominent on InProcess since the early days, and so wanted to bring them in, get their perspective on how are they using it, what do they want to see out of the platform to better support the work that they're doing, and if we have time, I want to show them a new feature that we built on Telegram. So without further ado, welcome Duo Do. Could we just start off with you giving us a little bit of background of how has InProcess fit into your toolkit as musicians? I know that you guys are very active on Farcaster, on Bass, on Tezos, on various networks and platforms. So in all the tools you guys are using, how does InProcess fit into that tool belt?
I will say that since the beginning and also now is like the place we can relax about to put on chain some register about our artistic process. So it's super cool because maybe we always focus on releasing the final product like the MV or the song, but it when you release InProcess for us was like an invitation to also share these steps that we usually share but in social media like a regular post. But and InProcess was a way to register it on chain and also be able to monetize the process. So was super cool and was a way to relax about how we share it.
And something interesting is when you share a lot of moments or process of a project, when you finish it and you look back, you can see all the timeline. You said, "Wow!" Also, for us, it's like, "Wow, we did all that." I didn't realize after I saw that. So also, it's a good way to check it out all the road that we been working.
And I will say that the way we use it during this time have changed. At the beginning was more about experimentation and just sharing, and then in the middle we try like new things, like to add most with our last video clip. We share the moments like the backstage and the raw footage of the video clip, and after that we try to share the full video clip also on InProcess because when we saw the timeline and we saw that we have all the parts of how the video clip was built, we thought that it was also cool to share the final piece also in process, like to feel the timeline with all the moments, not just the process. But we found this difficulty of the weight of our video, that is too weight, too heavy, sorry. So we embedded a YouTube link, but we find out that when you click the moment, it directs you to YouTube directly. It's not on InProcess. So we thought that we may want people to stay in InProcess and see the video from InProcess instead of going to YouTube. In this case, I mean, because we want them to be around the story, the timeline, and if they finish seeing the video, they can come back and see a raw moment. Because in YouTube, this is not there. So that's something we experienced the past weeks, like 2 weeks ago, something
Uh,
like that.
and something else that I remember is that when we have the meeting with Latasha, she told us that, oh, you can change the date, so you can create the timelines. Doesn't matter if you upload in time. So that's something that we did with this last music video. So I do the upload. So I upload the videos and set up the times because I shoot the video. I have the time directly on the file. But something that we notice when we do that, the platform doesn't care. He put the time that he wants. That okay, the time that you upload is going to be that. Although I told that no, this is the timeline. Okay, but no.
Yeah, we try like to now when Latasha teach us that tool, that feature, we try to build also memories from the past before we start using in process. So we use this feature of the date and time, but we don't know why it didn't work and it put it all in the same day and time that we uploaded. It was because something we also talked with her was about like hey, I will sit one day and in process, and I will upload all my different moments with different times, so I don't have to spend the exact moment uploading this memory or
Right.
video photo that I want. But we noticed that we tried once and we have the same issue. Anyways, it looks cool in our timeline because we did it in order. We first we upload the raw footage, the backstage, and then the video clip. So when we saw the time lapse, it didn't mess it up, but it didn't work as we expected.
Something that I when I was working with in process uploading said, Sweetman, do you remember Surreal, the app that you can?
Oh yeah.
That's something very cool to have. Like, okay, I have an app like in process, so I can directly do that.
From the
And
phone.
yeah, with the phone, because as Clementine said, you upload something that's happened like in standard social media, but in process is on change. So that's something that we want to keep, that okay, not only upload and then mess in the ocean of posts.
Mm.
No, it's going to be there, and that's something very nice to keep. So I think that something that will be on mobile is going to be easier to cap that fresh of the moment of creation. Like if
We
I have the mobile app, I can take the picture, or maybe I have take the picture and directly upload
Yeah, we have used it from the browser in the phone, but it's not as comfortable
as the
as in the
computer.
desktop.
Yeah.
So we always prefer desktop. But yes, as Santiago said, a mobile app will be also super cool. Like to have it more a more how you say
Smooth.
a smooth user experience. I have I don't know if you have questions. We just throw all our thoughts that we remember. But I was also a nice experience that I really loved was that we made it twice. Once was with a photo with Latasha of our call, and we added music. That was something really cool for me. That not only upload the photo, also added a audio file. That's super nice. That was the first test I did for the Songcamp EP that we upload after that. So that's something I really love, that to have the possibility to upload music or audio files with a visual. And it's like a different way to share, instead of sharing like the video clip as a YouTube embed link, like I said before. These options is more like I like to see it as a way of have the cover art and the music like this mm, physical music experience, like you have the CD, and in process you have also this. But I would like to have a way. I know that if you see it in the timeline, you see the play, right? Like this image has an audio file or it's a video. So I will love to have like a way to make the difference between if this is a video or if this is a audio file, because for me personally, is more mysterious and more interesting to know that this has an audio but it's not a video, because I'm really used to see a lot of videos all the day in the computer or the phone.
And something
So
nice about audio, you can play and continue doing and listen the music.
yeah.
Video, you have to be watching.
And also something I did with the Songcamp EP on Farcaster, I put play on the in process mini app and then just minimize it and follow using Farcaster. I could listen the full EP, so that was super cool. But I think that will be cool to have some tag or something that can makes you know that is that kind of experience and not an image or a video. After that, I think that's all for us, like now, right? We were thinking like, hey, we are going to meet with Sweet and
So,
CXY, and we can share with
something that
this
I
weekend.
like, and I found myself scrolling, is the main page that you have all, they show you all the posts of the different people that is posting, and that's
Mm,
something very nice. And
I love
also on
that.
the right side you have the preview. That's something that for me was really catching. I was like, oh, okay, check it out, and scrolling. So I really like that feature. I enjoy it a lot.
I would like to see if it's possible for you to share your screen and take us over to your page. I'd like to see your timeline. But before we do, CY, do you have any feedback or questions so far before we take a look at what their in process timeline looks like?
I'm super grateful to have heard all the feedback. I mean, you've spent a lot of time using it, and also like the ideas you have and your sort of reflections on what it needs, I think are super constructive. So thank you very much for like being very mindful of like how you've presented that. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to share the screen.
I think we have to log in or not. Yeah.
Let me go.
We can see your screen.
Perfect.
¿Cuál sería?
Uh,
Llega el mail. ¿Le puedes poner la cámara?
no, wait. I have it.
Gmail.
Here it is, the code.
Okay. I saw something that you shared about uploading moments from the phone. I didn't try it yet, but I saw it.
Yeah, if we have time in a couple minutes, I'll show you and have you guys try it here on the call.
Cool.
So this is the part that I love. I love how this is auto scrolling and showing you different art, different moments. It's really cool. I really like myself scrolling
Oh,
this
that's Cap.
moment. Ah, Catonejo,
Y
yes.
creo que tenés que. No, es Cap.
Ah, Cap.
Duodo timeline.
Okay, so here is our timeline.
Yeah.
To
So,
start, what was your earliest post? How far back could we go on here to see? Like, what's the date of the first post you made?
this is said
April
28th of
of
2025.
25.
Okay, so we're getting close to a year, 3 months away from a year that y'all have been posting on in process. Yeah, talk us through what we see here.
Sorry?
Talk us through what your timeline looks like. Give us just kind of a tour of what your timeline is.
Okay. So, well, at the beginning, that is something new that we start doing within process. We are trying to share our notes about our songs, the way we think when we compose a song or make an arrangement. So the first post was about that, a song we create thinking about the timeline, but as a how do you say it? Is because this graphic is more about tension but also has like the details, and this is something we have never shared before in any socials. We just share like we play in the or record in the parts of the song. So was something cool that begins within process, and that's why it was the first post, because also was like the first thing we thought when we saw that the platform is called in process. So we try to think, hey, what part of our process we are not sharing. So this is the kind of after that we share like the speech and the ¿cómo se dice? El set list of our next show that we were talking at the beginning, that you and CXY support us in making it real. So we share like all the raw footage of the show, some shots that we love of the show that it's not on the final recap video that is on socials. Then we have when we start the We Own the Timeline documentary, that we are, as I see, we have much more to share. But was kind of this was spontaneous. Like we took the photo and we uploaded in that moment to in process. I remember we were recording with the team and we decided to do it. I don't remember why we have this issue that we uploaded twice.
Mhm.
We tried to do something. I don't know if was to tag Rido in the post or what we were trying to do. Now I don't remember, but I know we tried to do something like tagging or to share the moment together. I think this was the first time we start thinking about it would be cool to have collaborations on in process that now we have. So after that we have also our Blackboard with the task that once you came to a house we were taking care in
Do
the
you remember Sweetman that we
2 summers ago.
yes, we went to a house and we have like a co-work there with all the communities, and you saw our Blackboard was very similar for that, and you tell, oh, you're making a lot of things. So something that I like about that comment that you did is that okay, also I can share how I organize my my professional career, because there we have everything from the art, from the job, etc. So it's nice to show like, look, this is what we do.
Yeah, and after that we start our Ethereum Foundation scholarship. So we thought that it would be cool to share the beginning of the work we were planning to um do and showcase in DevCon and DevConnect.
Because something nice about that, it was during the cohort, we have this Miro virtual studio where you have your studio and you can see the all other artists studio, so we can do feedback, critic session. So that's something cool. I say, okay, let's show the studio how we work in this environment.
Yeah, as we share it with the other artists, we say like, hey, we should share it in process too, because it's part of the process of the new piece we are creating.
Here is the photo of Natasha that we add music here. So that's something very cool. We can add music to the photo that we took after our session, and we tried
And
that future. It was very nice.
this this is something that now that I'm seeing it again, I noticed there is a difference. You can see this is a video and this is not a video. This is
Mhm.
audio. Yeah, because here you have the length of the video and it's in black and this is in white. It's cool. It's cool.
And the play cursor is in the middle in audio, and it's in this side and give you the time.
Yeah.
Something I'd love to have you guys highlight. So CY is the person for me that taught me about executive production, and he's been the main mental model that I've oriented this concept of executive production around. You've used in process to invoice me for some of the executive production. Can you show me an example, or can you show us an example of how you've sent me an invoice using in process for an executive production project that we've done together?
Of course, this is the one. So we take a photo when we do the listening party, Dead Connect, and we name it. And something that we said is we put the price of the invoice and Sweetman collect it, and that's it.
There were nothing in the middle between us.
Yes.
And it was directly. This is
That's
something.
beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. This is something very important, and also for us being in Argentina, that is a country that always have like the restrictions and problems about how to make, for if we have to make it this in a traditional way, it will be super more difficult for us than with
Too many
crypto.
paperwork.
Yeah, so it was beautiful. It was just like that, simple as that.
We have about 8 minutes left. I would love to start showing you the new Telegram feature, but before I
Of course.
change the subject, CY, is there any reflections or any questions you have looking at their timeline or how Duodo is using in process?
No, this is really great to see, and I love the first post in there because in the way I had imagined the type of things that we posted on in process really stem from that initial, like, not just behind the scenes, but like the raw thoughts about what is the germs of ideas that become the larger objects and the larger sort of works of art. So this I think is super valuable for me to see, because it shows the depth of the sort of like the creativity that generates the final things that people see, you know, when they look at the finished product.
And something nice is that everything starts with a piece of paper and a pencil. So that's
Yeah,
something awesome. That
yeah.
doesn't matter what you use. Every time it's like that. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing.
Are you able to share your Telegram? Do you have Telegram on your computer? Are you able to open that up and share your screen again, but Telegram this time, or is that not possible on the computer?
Yes, yes. I have my Telegram.
Santiago.
That
Santiago.
Nice to see
I don't know if that's fine or not. I'm going to send you a link to, in the private chat here in the stream. Do you see the private chat?
Yes.
I just sent you a username. Is it possible for you to share your screen and go to Telegram and send any message to that handle?
Of course. Let me
Creo que
look.
te pueden escribir ahí arriba.
Wait a moment. Telegram is here.
So giving everybody else a little bit of context, we've just recapped how Duodo is used in process so far, looked at their timeline, and what we're doing now is this is a brand new feature we're rolling out. Like Duodo said, a lot of musicians want to be able to do stuff on the go and they want to be able to do things on mobile. And everybody has Telegram on mobile, or if you're in the US, you have SMS message sending. And so this is our first attempt to try to make it easier for musicians and artists to publish on In Process on the go. If they're in an interview or if they're walking down the street or if they are in their process in the recording studio, to be able to start whenever. So yeah, go ahead and try this out and just give us your raw thoughts on how this feels for you.
Bien, tienes que ir de vuelta.
Okay.
The mobile app you wanted.
That's right. Okay.
Okay. Connect phone.
Connect phone here. Phone number. Okay. Wait. I'm going to put my phone number.
Creo que tienes que poner más 549.
I think you guys have shifted over to the In Process website. Is it possible to change the screen you're sharing so we can see how you're connecting the accounts?
Of course. Let me wait a moment. Now I'm going to change. Yes, here. So,
54911.
sí, ahora que poner eso.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's
Only US phone numbers are supported.
country
Please
code
use
+1 or without country code. Okay.
without country.
Yeah, for right now, SMS is only supported in the US. Would you mind, for that reason, we've focused on Telegram for international. Would you mind closing out of this box? Is it possible? And can you, down at the bottom in the Telegram section, can you put your Telegram handle?
Yeah. So, Telegram. Tienes que poner el tuyo, como es. Fíjate en Telegram.
I'm going to check out my Telegram. I don't remember. Wait a moment. Okay.
Santiago Reos.
Easy. Piece of cake. That is. I put save, right?
Try the save button. Yes, sir.
Perfect. So I go back to the Telegram. I'm going to share that also. Let's go. Okay. So I'm here.
And now just try saying anything. Say hola or send it just something.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what we have here.
Manda ese.
Manda ese.
Manda la foto de una nada más.
Una foto, ok. ¿Qué pasa? Please,
Yeah,
siéntate,
siéntate.
los vemos. Opa.
Contemplation. Por ejemplo.
Se queda así, ¿no?
Contemplation, sí. ¿At Kyoto fue eso?
Sí.
At Kyoto.
Bien. Okay. In process will pause your moment. Please view it 1 second. Wow.
And you can also do both at the same time, right? Like photo and title.
Moment create. Let's go to check it
Exacto.
out.
Oh my God.
Wait, I'm going to share that. Share the in process. Let's see what's happened.
So, you need to end the post with a description, or we just put save and go to the moment?
The moment is already live. You don't need to do anything. If you click
Okay.
that share button, yeah, screen for people creating on SMS to try to make it easy. If you want to add the description, if you want to airdrop, we wanted to make it easy to do those updates right after post it. You can already click that copy or the share link, or if you just go back to the whole In Process homepage, the moment's already live and there's nothing else you need to do for it to be live.
Wow, let's
Oh.
check out our timeline. Yes.
Wow. Super fast.
And wait, let's go to
Cool.
the main page.
Yeah.
Yes. Look, I am first.
Wow, it's super cool and super easy.
Wow, nice.
It looks like we lost you a
How
little
we
bit when you
use it?
tried to connect your phone number. So maybe I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on how we can make it easier to show you the Telegram, or is it just something we need to communicate verbally? Do you have any thoughts on how we could have made that easier to not?
Maybe we can cut a portion of this video to show, or maybe grab someone that is going to show like
A
a
little
quick video,
tutorial.
a little tutorial.
Because it was super easy. I believe that is also more easy to think in a username of Telegram, like the handle in every social, to add to the bot than the number. Because sometimes if you have to add your number, you have to remember the code of your country and gets more complicated. So for me, the way we did it with the username was super easy.
I believe that a short tutorial,
Yeah, good communication
yes, is going
is
to
enough.
be I can do it, and then it's done.
CY, do you have any final closing questions or thoughts for for Duodo, either about the Telegram feature in particular, or, and any closing questions you want to pull out of them?
That was the first I've seen of the feature. It's exciting for me to see as well. I'm going to try hooking it up afterwards, and I'm going to also kind of run that run my own sort of like experiments in there to see what we can do to make it easier and more fun to interact with. I definitely feel like the account page needs a refactor of sorts to better spell out what's possible in it, because right now we've been focusing on getting the features built and not so much on how do we make this so that someone who's coming in fresh can really get a sense of like what is possible and what they can do.
Yeah, I have a feedback about that. Maybe the Twitter of in process could be more full with more information or easy information, like easy tutorials about it. Or maybe sometimes when I upload a moment and I want to tag it in process, I tag it on X, but on Farcaster it's not. But maybe if you go to the main page of in process in X could be more how you say update more update with these things for me as seen from the far away, right?
And sometimes that also is going to make artists more I say more hooked to use in process. Is like sometimes the ex user of in process share one of the moment of each artist,
That
like
will be
something
super cool.
random. Doesn't have to be like, okay,
Yeah.
we share the moment of, I don't know, Duodo or Yoshiro Mare that is doing that. So also the user account of in X can share some moment that upload to the platform. That's something very cool also.
And I have a final question or suggestion. I don't know. When you upload from Telegram, if for default it chooses the price as one USDC, right? If you want to choose another price, can you do it from Telegram, or you should upload the moment in the desktop? Maybe just to warn about that. Like, hey, if you wanna upload moments, more relaxed moments, I don't know how to say it, than the important ones, as for example the invoice we made for the song camp, don't do it from the Telegram, do it from the desktop to choose the price.
It's a great feedback. For now, anything you upload from Telegram, you can go in and manage the moment, and there you can change the price. So if you want to upload it, it'll default to $1, and then you can go into the website or from your phone, manage the moment, and then you should be able to change the price over there.
Okay, cool.
Great.
I will try with this one just to have it in. But
Thank you, Duodo, for leading us today, and thank you everybody else for tuning in. We'll be back in not 2 weeks, but 4 weeks to have Yoshiro Mare